Well, Happy New Year everyone. Great to be back for 2021 and really looking forward to the year ahead. I've got some camper stuff we're going to go over today. It's part one in a two-part series of extending the drawbar. We'll go into that in a moment. However, some interesting stuff's happened lately that is just not good. For those that have noticed, I've got a 2012 Renault Sport Clio lurking around in the background of my videos. I purchased this new with the idea of doing some club level motorsport in it, and after a hill climb and a track day, it seized the motor and it turned out that it spun a bearing, and when you went and looked at things worldwide it was a common issue. So they replaced the engine under warranty and I've done no further track days with it. It's getting on a bit now and it's getting to the point where I'd like to move it on and get another project for the channel. However, I walked out the other morning and was confronted by this. I live in a fairly leafy suburb and yeah, a tree branch had fallen down and smashed the back window of the car, which was quite interesting. Gum trees, don't you love them? Anyway, so that was a great start for the year and I'm now $850 out of pocket for that, but these things happen. I'll actually be quite glad to move from this place into my new place where the slab's down and the frame's just about to go up, but we're still about 6 months out of that, I think. Now, over the time that I've had this channel, I'm constantly amazed at how good people are that watch this channel, and whether that be companies that supply product or people offering their skill sets or their time. There's nothing in it for them and they just like to do it because they want to help, and it's just so touching. So thank you to all of those people that offer. None of that has been more forthcoming than every time I mention lengthening the drawbar on the trailer, and I normally get, you know, half a dozen guys offering, oh, I can weld that up, we can do it on a Saturday morning, blah, blah, blah. And I haven't done it up till now because I wanted to show the steps that I've gone through and the changes that those steps make to the handling of the trailer behind the vehicle. And the drawbar is the last piece in the jigsaw because I know that will make the largest change. I know with the chassis on this trailer, the wheels are slightly too far forward and that causes some handling issues. I know that when we extend the drawbar, we'll then put some more storage on the drawbar and that will give us the axle where it should be. So there's method in the madness, and it also shows the weight differences all along the way because this extension does add a reasonable amount of weight to the front of the trailer, which is good because I'm always been chasing that during the build. Just before Christmas, I mentioned in our South Coast video that I was going to extend the drawbar, and a guy who's contacted me before about this contacted me again and said, oh, how long are you going to make the drawbar extension? And it was like, oh, about 800 mils. And an hour later I get this drawing and it was like, it's something like this, and it's like, yeah, yep, that's it. And the next day I get a text that's like, yep, all done, ready to pick up. I had the guys in the factory weld it up for you, and it's like, you are such a good guy. So you know who you are. Thank you so much for your help with that and the other stuff that you've organised for me. Very much appreciated. So let's have a look at what we've got and what we're going to do with it. Now this is the drawbar extension that we've got, and basically we've got an outer sleeve that matches the diameter of the current drawbar on the trailer and two inner sleeves that sleeve into the current drawbar. These are 300 mils long, so we've got 300, 800 and then another 300. This has all been plug welded professionally, so it's not going to go anywhere, and I'm also going to be getting it professionally welded, so it'll be plug welded here on each end, and then welded around the join of the outer tube, and then it'll be flat wheeled back, and you won't even be able to tell it's done. Now, when we're talking about weight on this thing, and I've pinched on as bathroom scales again, we're adding 24.8 kilos, which is not a small amount at all. So you can understand why I've left it off till last, because it's going to add a fair bit of weight to the front of the trailer. Although we do need it. So let's go and have a look at how we're going to do this. Now, with the drawbar, I've undone the coupling already. We do have a bulkhead inside this drawbar, so we've got to allow for all of that. Now, that bulkhead is 120 mils back. I don't know what's behind it, and that's the concern. So I'm going to allow 150 mils for the start of the inner sleeve. So from there we measure back 300 to where the cut will be, and the cut is actually underneath the fridge box, which is okay, because while it's not preferable, the fridge box does come off, so that's okay. So we'll do our cut there, and then we've got plenty of room for the other 300 mils to go back further into the tube. I'm going to take the fridge box off, do the drilling for the plug welds, and when I take it to be professionally welded, they'll just slice off the drawbar and then do all the welding, and I'll flat disc it back and do the finishing work on it. So it's actually a fairly simple process, but it's been made a lot better by having a professional drawbar extension there. And the 800 mils will give us a drawbar. The drawbar will be extended approximately that amount. So once this stuff is all welded up, everything just gets moved forward. I will probably make another box to go in front of this box, and I'm hoping I can put the Weber barbecue, the gas bottle for that, and the Dace annex that goes under the Dace awning, the bag for that under here in that box. So we'll probably end up with a 400mm wide box. But I'll do all that measuring once the drawbar's done. That should give me added storage on the drawbar and a longer drawbar, which will give us a much nicer handling camper with the required ball weight on the front of it. So I think the first thing to do is to get this box off and go from there. And I'll be doing that in part 2 of this Drawbar Extension series. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Welcome back for 2021, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.